switch. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall start in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, and this is Wonderdrift. Welcome to some all-feminist brawl in action. It's the FSL, Season 5, 2017, an all-female action and brawl. Between these two teams, it's Searena versus Artemis, the mermaids swimming in the Southeast Asian Pacific region versus the Archers. So, let's look at the lineups for both teams. For Searena, presenting, I'm Gorgeous, Nemo, BBDPBMH. Okay, that's quite an odd name. I don't know how to pronounce that in game. Almperio. I'll just call her BB instead. BB Almperio Strawberry. For Artemis, it's Another Love. Very cheesy. Shiko Hanabira Gia. And a human who can't luck. Very odd names. Anyway, let's go back. So we have here a message in Twitch from Genshin. Says, Caster, can I dedicate a message? Sure, definitely. Just make sure you type it in. I'll read it for you. So let's go back in the middle of action. Of course, this is an all-out Southeast Asian female brawl. These two teams have something to prove in here. Question is it the games of StarCraft and Hearthstone where female players could dominate, could show their worth or prove their mettle against men? Perhaps in the DOTA scene we might see that. We might perhaps view that sort of event that will happen in the near future. Maybe one of these players would go up against Miracle, team up against Miracle, even go against the likes of the best from OG. They might even form an all-female team. Remember, there are some Southeast Asian female teams like Happy Feet Chicks, TNC female team. Well, actually, TNC Dota 2 female team has already been set. And perhaps we might see them, the TNC female team, go up against the TNC male team, or better yet, against the entire universe. So far, let's see if these Southeast Asian teams, these are amateur teams, could potentially knock on the doorstep and follow the footsteps of the TNC female team. So, let's go back to the action match. The bans for both teams. For Searena, Bloodseeker and Nyx Assassin. These two heroes give you a lot of dilemmas. Oh, another hero that gives a lot of dilemmas as well. It's the Silencer. With the global silence, you certainly would not like to disrupt your play, so you'd like to ban him. And it's possible that Searena are going for the puck. That's why they've banned the Nyx Assassin. And of course, having the Bloodseeker ban, you certainly would like to sustain your carries, and you want to maximize your mobility. So Searena, if you look at their lineup, if you look at their bans, perhaps they're going to focus on a very mobile lineup, because you have two heroes that could negate that, which is the Bloodseeker and the Nyx Assassin, and a hero who could disrupt your mobility, which is obviously the Silencer. Now for Artemis, they've banned heroes that require a lot of crowd control. Lich is one with the AoE Assault, Venomancer is another with the Poison Plague Ward, and then there's the Chronosphere and the Dream Coil combination. You certainly would not like to encounter that. All four of these spells in one arena. It's going to be an absolute disaster. How do you stop that, for crying out loud? Now look at the pickoffs for both teams. Searena, Witch Doctor, Disruptor. So they do have their sort of initiation play with the Disruptor, and that sort of support from the Witch Doctor as well. And they could actually be very useful in team fights with the Disruptor, silencing all your magical abilities, and the Witch Doctor negating your most impactful players with the Cask, and even with the Death Ward. For Artemis, they've already gone for two heroes who are capable of disabling oppositions. You have the Spirit Breaker with that sort of stun damage, the Shadow Shaman with the Hex, and the Shackles to slow you down as Searena goes for the Tide Hunter. But Artemis here going for the Invoker, one of the most difficult heroes to use, also one of the most flexible. So certainly, if you look at Serena's lineup, Disruptor Tide Hunter, it's quite a very interesting pick-off, because you have a hero, the Disruptor, who could easily pick off running opponents. Then you have the Tide Hunter with the Ravage. It could explode anytime as Mirana gets chosen. So if you look at Serena's composition, they have a mid laner. They have two supports, Witch Doctor, Disruptor, Tide Hunter, potentially the offlaner for Artemis. They've already revealed their Invoker. Right now, they've revealed their hard carry. Now, here's my concern with Searena. They've banned the Silencer, and I think the Silencer would be very great against the Invoker. But there are other alternative options that Searena could use at. Like, I think they might go for an Anti-Mage, because the Anti-Mage is very capable of dealing against the Invoker. He consumes a lot of mana. And right now Searena goes for the Slardar as her final pick. I mean final ban. So I think they want to negate that sort of counter initiation, but here's the thing. I mean, Disruptor could potentially destroy that counter initiation against the Slardar with a glimpse back into the static and kinetic field, as Artemis has decided to ban the Weaver, who could potentially provide that sort of tactical analysis or tactical intel for Searena. But I think if I'm Artemis, they should have banned the annoying Anti-Mage, because the Anti-Mage is a potential threat to the Invoker, as the Magnus, another crowd control hero, is being deployed by Artemis with the reverse polarity. Combine that with the Tornado and EMP and the Juggernaut. Omnislash, reverse polarity, skewers everyone forward. Oh dear, that's a devastating combination. Okay, so because if you look at, I've seen that sort of combination. I remember TNC versus Mineski when as Luna gets chosen, two Tigresses already charging in battle. Like, I've seen TNC versus Mineski, and TNC with Cuckoo as a Magnus and Raven at the Juggernaut. Reverse polarity on this slash combination. Oh dear, that was a nasty blow for Mineski. And TNC got obliterated there. And now let's look at the arsenal for both teams. For Searena, Alperio plays as the Luna, I Strawberry U as a Mirana, BB as a Tide Hunter, Gorgeous as a Disruptor, Nemo the Captain as a Witch Doctor for Artemis. A human is a Shadow Shaman. Okay. Gia as a Spirit Breaker, Shiko as the Invoker, another Love as the Juggernaut. Even the Juggernaut's appearance looks very Valentine-ish. And last but not the least, Hanabira as the Magnus. So a brawl is about to set. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. It's going to be a very interesting matchup for these two teams. Wait, am I lagging? Oh, rubbish. Please don't. I'll just set up. Oh, someone is actually controlling the camera. Oh, I thought I was the one controlling the camera, so sorry about that. Let's see, the chat box or anyone who likes to make their shout outs. Let's go, or dedicate your messages to the players. I'm very open. So you can see here is the Juggernaut, another Love with a human as a Shadow Shaman, Hanabira. There is Magnus going to protect the bounty runes. Like I remember casting Where to Feed versus, who are they up against? They've already obliterated their opponents 2-0, but yeah, I remember that for the very first game in the FSL Southeast Asian Season 5 2017. When Where to Feed was dominating. I mean, between the two teams, they weren't going to go for an aggressive bounty steal, so perhaps this might be a case here. I don't see any aggressive smoke ganks. And so far, they're playing conservatively, these two teams, trying to protect the bounty runes from any threat or any danger.
The battle begins.
Let's see. Okay. As predicted, no aggression for both teams. So far, I'm not... someone wants to pause in here. I wonder who this like. I think it's a camera girl. She's having some difficulty controlling the game, but so far, things are quite smooth at my end. Game is paused, so ladies and gentlemen, let's see your predictions. Who's going to win between Team Searena? Can you set your delay to 6 minutes? Alright, I'll set it my delay. Wait. Uh-oh, this is not good. This is not good. Well, 6 minutes. 120 means 2 minutes. 60. 360 seconds then. Wait, that's 60 times 6 minutes. Okay, 60 minutes equals equals a minute. So it's 360. Okay, I wonder if it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Is everything okay? Right? Great, great, great. Alright, smoothing stream. Pause the set. Everything doing so far, okay. Hello? Yo, no, it's not. It's K. Ah, well. So, yikes. Well, I'm ready. Definitely. Ready to kick some action. Broadcast the match. It's gonna be an entertaining. Oh, you're welcome. Definitely. It's just my job to make the game push through and run smooth. And so far, I wasn't really aware of about 6 minutes, but yeah, we can go back. Okay, yep, I'm okay, ladies and gentlemen. How do I chat? Yeah, all right, chat. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin! How many times have I said that? Twice in a row. Never mind. Last hit to deny, 0-0. Well, of course. Captain Nemo in the bottom lane is going to be a trial lane at the bot lane, mid lane. It's Strawberry versus Chico. The Invoker against the Mirana. Oh dear, what's this? What's happening here? Mirana pausing the game. The lag is quite legitimate, even I'm experiencing the lag. I just do hope it's not going to get worse because, well, we've wasted all our efforts here to come together and, well, should we go? Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, action set. Let's see. Strawberry, Chico in the mid lane wars. So far, Invoker with a slight advantage, but still early in the game. It's still not yet dominating mid wars, but it's going to be an interesting lineup. It's the flexibility of the Invoker against Mirana's potential dual threat option, because Mirana could be that sort of roaming support, or he could be that sort of carry with a damage items, although a lot of people I know, they prefer Mirana at the 2 than at the 4 or at the 5. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, although if you're the Invoker, I mean, Invoker is one of those heroes that's really item dependent as Hanabiri gets pressed on, but of course it's just a little high there from Miss Gorgeous, but not really a heavy brawl. It's a 3-on-1 lane. Hanabira might be in trouble there. She's all by herself. She's at the off lane. And if you're Searena, you could capitalize on the fact that, well, the jungle is all yours. I mean, you could just farm any time. There's no pressure on the jungle. And yeah, you do have two support heroes in the bottom lane. So it could be quite going easy, but right now the mid wars, last hits and denies, all in favor of the Invoker. So Invoker in the late game, Chico might be really, really devastating, because 10 last hits to 4 compared to just 0-1 for Strawberry. And I think Strawberry does need a lot of help from the roaming support right now. Anyone at the bottom lane, whether the Disruptor or the Witch Doctor, someone answer the intel, because so far she's struggling 1-1. I'm not sure if it's the lag that's killing her, but she's not having an easy time, so she desperately needs support here. I mean, you all know what happens when the Invoker is right now. Oh dear, this could be a Shadow Shaman assault here, but no, it was a denial there. I thought the Shadow Shaman would have gotten. I thought Strawberry she could just leap anytime. Leap, arrow, get the invisibility rune, but so far I've never seen that happen. But with this struggling Mirana, I mean, we all know the Invoker is very item dependent, but right now, the Invoker 20-9 last hits and denies, so he might get the necessary items in the late game. I mean, BKB is one hero item that the Invoker must have, especially if you want to deal with the Mirana Starfall and with the Eclipse and potentially the Tidehunter's ultimate. So you do want to have your BKB fast, and you also certainly want to get the sort of items that will give you sustainability and additional magic damage, like the Veil of Discord. Could easily obliterate anyone from Team Searena. So Gia thinking about going for a backstab here. So Mirana not having an easy farm, and she could be assaulted anytime. There's Human, there's a smoke set. Gia charges in forward. Strawberry might be assaulted here. She's gonna get assaulted. There's the leap, but so far the follow-up is not enough for Artemis. But that was nearly, I mean, Mirana nearly died in there, and of course if she died, that's going to be a major blow as BB gets caught in there farming. What are you doing in the middle of nowhere? First blood set. Gia draws first blood. Poor Tidehunter caught in the middle of the ocean with no support, no help. Goodness gracious, goodbye. Now the mid lane, Gia setting her sights on Strawberry. Let's see, I'm not sure if they have a tactical ward here. If you're... Oh, Strawberry... Oh, Strawberry caught there. She went further, venture forward. Now there's the leap. Sunstrike might go down, but no, it misses the target, but who cares? Shiko gets the kill anyway. That's 2-0 in favor of Team Artemis with the momentum building, with the sort of advantage that they have. I mean, they had the perfect warding spot. So with that observer ward right there, they're able to capitalize on the positioning of Mirana, and so far Mirana is having a really difficult time. Strawberry, knowing that Gia is already there, and together with Gorgeous trying to assault Gia, but so far the follow-up damage isn't really enough yet. The Sacred Arrow misses. So more nightmares are coming for Searena. And Artemis capitalizing on that as Gia gets caught in the kinetic field, but so far no brawls have yet been set. Although they could capitalize on that kinetic field with a Sacred Arrow kinetic field. That's a devastating combination. That deals a lot of damage. That's right now Gia. I like what Gia's doing here. She's doing what Ninja Boogie's been doing. Roaming around, picking off targets. She's making things look so easy. But she might get caught here by Gorgeous. Gia versus Gorgeous. Which definitely there's a ward planted to provide that sort of counter initiation against Team Artemis as Gia gets slaughtered here. She's going to get brutally massacred. Potentially, not yet going to happen. Yes, it still remains potentially. And Gia manages to live and tell her tale of survival. Sorry about that. Anyway, going back in the match action. So BB still level 1. And I'm not sure if she's really having a good time, farming in the top lane. I mean, top lane has a Juggernaut combined out with... Oh, this explains why the top lane is very difficult to deal with. Because, one, they have the jungle advantage, if you're referring to Team Artemis. The Juggernaut, having that sort of two supports, Gia and the Shadow Shaman, it's going to be quite difficult. It's Gia already poaching, intimidating anyone from Team Searena from defending the Tier 1 tower in the top lane. Look at the damage. Tier 1 tower goes down. This Juggernaut already level 6. The space created by the two roaming supports there. Now I really like what Artemis are doing. They're negating the impacts of the offlaner. So you can see here that the struggle is definitely real for the Tidehunter. Strawberry, she's going to get charged anytime. She does activate the Moonlight Shadow. She might get caught, but so far she's still safe. Or perhaps not. No, yeah, she is safe. Nearly assaulted there. But Anabira, the offlane ward, Nemo finds a prey. Of course, right now, if you're Searena, you're struggling in the mid lane. You're also struggling in the top lane. You have to take the bottom lane. Remember, you have the jungle advantage. The jungle is all yours because the Radiant jungle allows them to give the sort of vision needed. So if they could spot Gia, but I don't see the wards. Oh wait, there's a ward already set. But Gia's positioning there allows her not to be seen by the observer wards. Now Strawberry, I'm not sure if she's aware of the positioning. Strawberry in the wrong position. The positioning of Strawberry is so bad. The Sunstrike, the timing was off. But here comes a counter initiation. There's a kinetic field. Ball of lightning in front of Gia. Gia gets stunned there by Nemo. Gia might go down. Doesn't get caught by the Maledict, nor does he get caught by the Sacred Arrow. And Gia manages to survive. The timing was off. But of course, kinetic field creating that sort of space. No kills have been set yet for Team Searena. But Imperio, of course, they have to capitalize on the bottom lane. Bottom lane is their only chance of survival if you're Team Searena. Now the top lane, Juggernaut having the best game of her life. Level 7 compared to the opponent. A level 4 offlaner. And it's not really good news. Your offlaner struggling in this game against a hard carry. Normally it's supposed to be evenly matched. Last hits it denies. Invoker gobbling the mid lane as if it's her territory. And no one could contest her. Strawberry, you certainly need to have a song in your head. The Strawberry Swing by Coldplay. But so far, it's not looking like a Strawberry Swing. Nor does it look like easy strawberries from Japan, Tokyo. It's just like a living... Those are like rotten strawberries being set. Another love. Look at this. She's just dominating the top lane. 62-24. The opposition on the other hand, Tidehunter, 5-0. Yikes. If your Team Searena, this is like an absolute disaster. 3k gold net worth advantage in favor of Artemis. Now, Luna might get assaulted. Imperio has to be careful here. A single charge could obliterate her. I'm not sure if she has the Eclipse. Oh, she does have the Eclipse. But remember, you know the Shadow Shaman, her capability of disabling the Luna could open up things for Artemis. I'm not sure if she's aware of the positioning. She has to also be aware of the reverse polarity. Remember what reverse polarity did against Burning and Team DK. And Mushi just capitalized on that. No, Imperio gets caught in there. She hears the charge. It's a 4-on-1 assault. Reverse polarity set. Here's a Sunstrike. Imperio in a lot of trouble. Here comes a whirlwind from another love. But the Moonlight Shadow, the timing from Mirana keeps her alive. Now Imperio, she might charge in further forward. Nemo comes to the rescue. Omnislash set. Nemo gets killed in there, but another love with a counter initiation. Times it perfectly. Gets a huge kill on another love. The carry gets killed in there. And remember, the Juggernaut was having no momentum builder as Imperio gets chased in there by Hanabira. So of course as long as they get the Juggernaut kill, that's important. Although they did lose the Luna, which is sad, but it would have been better if the Luna survived. But getting a kill on the Juggernaut was a slight momentum boost. Slight. I'm not saying it's going to change the game. Because if you're Team Searena, you have a long trail to go ahead. Like, it's really long. Like, I can't tell how the distance is. Like, you have to walk from the north all the way to the south. When I mean north to the south, North Pole to the south. That's how dreadful the distance is. Now Imperio together with the Disruptor, they need to create that space in the bottom lane. The bottom lane is their only option because they've already conceded the top and the mid lane. Invoker 97-18. Juggernaut 67-27. Last hits and denies. Oh dear, oh my goodness. And of course those two lanes obliterated. Tier 1 tower in the top lane destroyed, dismantled, ripped apart. Now Imperio, here's a charge of darkness. If she goes down, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. Going to put her team in a major disadvantage. But of course, Spirit Breaker, very intelligent, cancels the charge. She, knowing that there's some sort of counter initiation set by Team Searena, has said, otherwise just back off a bit. Now Invoker missing, all because she's trying she's trying to jungle and get the necessary items. Like what I said, the Aghanim Scepter combined with a BKB and some sort of damaged items like the Veil of Discord. The Invoker could be one of the most difficult heroes to go against. Now, if the micromanagement of Shiko in terms of abilities is extraordinary, like she could time the Ice Wall, the Chaos Meteor, and all the obliteration abilities of the Invoker, an overwhelming blast, it's going to be like a living nightmare for Team Searena. It could be also part of the highlight reel as Nemo gets hexed in there. Oh dear, Nemo's in a lot of trouble. The skewer keeps her out in the kinetic field, and she gets obliterated by Hanabira. But of course, Shiko wasn't in the bottom lane. She's forced to push. And look what happened. That space created. Shiko was able to destroy the tier 1 tower in the middle lane as Almpiro goes next in the list. There's Moonlight Shadow. Ravage only targets one hero. Not a major impactful Ravage. It only targets Gia there. Now, here comes a potential comeback, but so far, it's not going to work. But Gia might go down. No, she doesn't go down. Manages to keep herself alive. Nearly died and ripped to shreds there. I mean, of course, the timing of the initiation for, as right now, as you can see, Strawberry gonna get assaulted, but not gonna get destroyed. She's not having a sweet game. Very contradictory to her name. But if you look at it, the counter initiation was poor. Like, sure, there was the Lucent Beam. I mean, that created space against Gia. The Ravage only hits one target, which is Gia. And, I mean, if you're a Tidehunter, like, you wasted your Ravage. A Ravage has a high cooldown, and it's just wasted on one hero. You're gonna kick your head to your face, you know? I mean, that's unacceptable. I mean, you would like that your Tidehunter get 5 heroes caught in the Ravage. So, right now, I think Tidehunter's gonna rush the Blink Dagger because she desperately needs that sort of initiation item. And of course, that could be beneficial in the team fights with the Blink Dagger, with the Ravage set. Boom, an explosion occurs, and that could be the sort of momentum builder and a beautiful highlight reel for Team Searena. But right now, it's not looking good. They've already lost all 3 lanes. Shiko pushing the mid lane, top lane already being pushed by the Juggernaut, and now the bottom lane is gonna go down. So this isn't really good. This is gonna allow Team Artemis to dominate not just the lanes, but even the entire map. With the tier 1 towers down, they can plant wards around the map and provide that sort of vision that they desperately need. Now Strawberry U forced to go in the bottom lane. After having that grueling brawl against the Invoker, she's forced to gank. But look, the Invoker's just there in the middle lane. She doesn't even seem to care. I mean, if you're Searena, you're not doing the right moves in my opinion. I think you should gank the Invoker. Rather than defend the bottom lane, the Invoker should be your primary target as Alperio gonna get pressed on here. Moonlight Shadow to keep things set. Sunstrike activated. Reverse Polarity, combine it with the ultimate of the Juggernaut, and down goes Luna. But of course, not even the snakes could protect him as the Ravage is legitimate. Hits Hanabira and Gia. Now the counter initiation is set, but no, here comes Shiko to the rescue. Murders everyone with the EMP. Now BB next on the list. There's the Ice Wall to slow things down. Oh BB, you're in a lot of trouble as the Whirlwind manslaughters her. And Shiko gets the tower and gets a kill on BB on a double kill, on a killing spree. Someone stop Shiko, for crying out loud. If you're Searena, you have to counter her. 153 to 18. Why did you defend the bottom tier 1 tower? You should have gone for Shiko. Shiko should be the primary target. Okay, so we're back again in action, ladies and gentlemen. But the top lane, definitely struggling. Bottom lane, mid lane, every lane struggling. Nightmares are set. And as you can see here, Gia. Oh, she's just charging the creeps. Definitely not a hero. I thought she was charging a hero. Yikes. Anyway, says here, Nemo, take my energy. Oh yeah, I mean, Well, Nemo is having really a struggling... Oh, this could be one of her bad nights. I mean, the Witch Doctor, yes, she did activate her skills, the cast, Maledict, even the... What's her ultimate? The Death Ward. But so far, it's not really making a huge impact, as an 11k net worth has all been all in favor of Team Artemis. Like, it's like an easy gold. A corrupted bank official has just given Team Artemis a promissory note, free of charge, no interest rate. And doesn't even need to pay interest because that corrupted bank official giving Team Artemis all the gold needed. Free gold, no interest. Now Shiko with the momentum. I wonder what her items are. Can I toggle this? Let's see. Last hits it nice, and I'll just stick with the last. Okay. There. I'll just stick it in terms of ascending order. Let's see, what is the... I want to know the items, I'm just curious. Okay, never mind. It's okay, let's go back in the middle of action. Bottom lane gonna get assaulted. Let's see, Gia, another love, and a human. Goodness gracious, her name is quite annoying already. Okay, Alperio. Oh, there's a charge. Gia charges in forward. Alperio, can you run? Okay, she does run away, but Shiko gets a kill on BB in the top lane. Now the Witch Doctor to the rescue. Shiko activates a ghost to keep herself alive. No mana left for Shiko. Nearly get caught in there by Nemo. Look at this. BB says, I immediately regret my decision. Of course, you have to regret your decision there. Giving Shiko all the farm needed, remember? She had the space needed in the mid lane. And no one from Team Searena is pressuring Shiko. Shiko is having all the best moments of her life. Mid lane is dominated by her. And with that sort of domination, she gobbles all the creeps. Look at 182. It's growing exponentially, drastically. Whatever adjectives you want to think of, it's already going all in Shiko's favor. Compared to Strawberry, who, well, the name Strawberry no longer sounds sweet, because look at that. 94 to 5 compared to 187. That's right, now you can see a counter smoke gank, but Artemis very intelligent. They already know the positioning, the Moonlight Shadow set. So far, I haven't seen the impact of the Moonlight Shadow. Like, Moonlight Shadow could potentially be used as an initiation play, as seen from the likes of Sumail and Nana from Mineski, as Nemo gets pressed on here. Doesn't activate the stun in here. Sunstrike set. Gets slaughtered by Shiko, who's on a mega kill. Someone stop Shiko. Someone please, as Alperio activates the ultimate together with the Ravage. But here comes the EMP and the Chaos Meteor on 3 heroes in the middle of nowhere. But of course, static kinetic field to create the space needed. But it's not going to be enough. BB's going to get chased in here. BB, can you run away, BB? BB, call an ambulance. Call an ambulance. Mayday, BB. Mayday. Mayday. So far, BB means back, back, back. She does manage to get herself back. But that space created as the tier 2 tower in the middle lane is about to go down. Look who's knocking on the drawbridge. Invisibility set by Strawberry. Moonlight Shadow, that was a perfect assault there for Team Searena, but so far the damage has been set. The Invoker in the right time, in the right position, and the fact that he's already dominating the farming phase, as right now, as you can see here. Look at that. Roshan is about to go down. If Shiko gets a Roshan, or if another love gets a Roshan, it's going to be a nightmare set. And I mean, even the timing of the kinetic field and static field in that match was off, because the Juggernaut and the Invoker have already unleashed their spells. And the static and kinetic field only happened right after the Chaos Meteor, the EMP, and the ultimate of the Juggernaut was set, together with a reverse polarity. So, that's very, very bad news for Team Searena. Like, they've allowed Artemis to capitalize on their skills without being disrupted. I mean, that's what the disruptor is meant for, to provide that sort of counter to this sort of, to the RP, to the Chaos Meteor. But so far, it's not happening, because the timing was off, and Artemis capitalized on that, which explains why that 5-on-5 assault was was poor, but they could have potentially used it in an efficient fashion. Team Searena, they had the perfect strategy. It's just that they weren't able to execute it perfectly. Like what I said earlier, the timing of the static and kinetic field was just off. It wasn't able to catch the Chaos Meteor out together with the other deadly spells. Hi Caster, it would be great if you could click on their items because I see none. Well, so far I have no control with camera, so I can't really see the items. So anyway, just gonna figure out where the items are, but yeah, even I would like to see the items, but anyway, let's go back in the middle of action. Brawls are about to set. The map already dominated. Look at this. Look at all the wards by Team Artemis. It's all around, all around. Can you stop the wards around? It's like there's a satellite in every area of the map. Well, look at this. No smoke gank for Team Artemis. So they are very brave and aggressive. Like, they don't need a smoke gank anymore. Like, with a sort of 16k net worth advantage, the stock price all at their favor. Stock price from 1.0 went up to 20.0. It might go for 100. Oh my goodness gracious. How do you stop that? Now the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. It's gonna be assaulted anytime. And, well, I understand the hesitance from Team Artemis, because Team Searena, like what I said, we've seen earlier in that 5-on-5 clash that they could potentially soak up a lot of damage and obliterate Artemis. It's just that, of course, the static and kinetic field timing was rubbish, but they could potentially prove to be a threat, as Human activates all the wards to create space. So if you're Artemis, you have to be cautious about that. Now, Team Searena, they've already shown their capability of being dangerous. Now the wards have been out. Imperial gets charged in here. Now there's a stun. Blade Mail set on Gia. But of course the EMP to create that space needed. But the static field already set on the back line. But it's not going to do a lot of damage because the tier 3 tower goes down. Nemo gets obliterated. Now the Ravage is set. Reverse polarity as a support for the counter. Here's a skewer combined with a juggernaut. Oh yeah, that's already 3 down there. Oh goodness gracious. The timing from Hanabira. Reverse polarity skewers everyone in the middle of the danger zone. And the juggernaut. Oh my goodness gracious. The name deceives me. Another love. No, that's another form of anger. Rage obliterates everyone with the Omnislash. Reverse polarity. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Someone please, someone call Cuckoo Raven from TNC. You think you could do the RP Omnislash combination? Well, guess what? Look who's doing it in the most efficient of all fashions. Someone call Cuckoo and Raven, please. Okay, so now we go in the middle lane. Tier 3 tower is going to go down, so all the shrines are next on the list. And with those shrines down, that's going to be more space created for Team Artemis. They could provide that sort of intel needed. They could just place wards everywhere. Alright, this Invoker. Look at that. In 240 to 18. Listen, I know you guys are sick and tired of me saying about the last hit to deny stats, but it's unbearable to deny that. I mean, just look at it. It's like, how do you describe this? It's not just a nightmare. I mean, a nightmare is an understatement already. Although I've said nightmare a gazillion times early. As right now, as you can see, BB in a lot of trouble. Teleportation. Where's the stun? No stun. A cold snap could potentially slow that down, but it's not. Now here's Shigo pushing in further forward. Remember, this isn't really... If you're Searena and you lose to this sort of Invoker strategy, I have to say though, I'm not saying the Invoker is bad, but I've seen better. Okay, so for Searena to lose to an Invoker with this level of skill, I mean, I've seen Miracle obliterate TNC with all the spells as the Invoker. Okay, that level of play, that I understand if you lose to that, but so far the Invoker is doing, yeah, she's doing a good job. There's the EMP, and I rarely see the Tornado. EMP on Team Searena, then combine that with the Chaos Meteor to provide further insult to injury. She actually positioned all her spells well, but you know, it would have been quite extraordinary if she could micromanage all her spells. So yeah, if you're team Searena, I mean, you haven't seen the very worst of the Invoker. You definitely feel disappointed to let go of this game, because I mean, like what I said, that wasn't the best Invoker I've seen. Like, I've seen Miracle done it better. I've seen OG Ana, you know, he did it better. So right now, if you're Searena, of course, you have to tell yourself, I mean, we have to make some adjustments, especially in game number 2. Because so far, game number 1 is looking like very disjointed team. Has run Omni Slash. Look at that. She doesn't need a reverse polarity, another love. There is a kinetic field, but so far, there's no follow-up damage. Now the Tornado is set, together with the EMP. Now that's a sort of combination that I want to see from the Invoker, but it's not going to make a highlight reel. So it doesn't get any kills. Oh dear, the ultimate set by Luna, the Eclipse, but so far it's not hitting any targets. I mean, it is hitting targets, but it's not making the most devastating of all impacts. It's just a minimalistic impact. And so far, Searena looks very disjointed in this game. I mean, you have a great composition of combination of artistics and theatrics. You have Ravage, Eclipse, Moonlight Shadow for initiation, Witch Doctor, Ultimate, Static, Kinetic Field, but so far I haven't seen that sort of coordination in this. I don't see a cohesive unit for Team Searena in this game. Whereas Artemis, they were very cohesive. I mean, I've seen a lot of RP, reverse polarity, Omni Slash combinations. Combine that with the Invoker, providing that sort of magical assaults, which are like very, very Van Gogh-esque. I mean, that was like an absolute work of Renaissance art there for Team Artemis, and that's the reason why they're able to capitalize this win. Early in the game, they've dominated the top and the mid lane. Not only did they dominate the top and the mid lane, it's the cohesion and the sort of chemistry that they possess with their skills that's really paid dividends. Whereas on the other hand, if you look at Team Searena, they've surrendered the mid and the off lane. Okay, that's not good news, because you want your mid laner to get that sort of momentum, the sort of items needed to make an impact, or to provide that sort of damage. Like a Desolator on Mirana would be extraordinary great. Just right now, Gia is going to get manslaughtered there. She does get slaughtered, but so far it's not going to do anything, because the main targets are there inside, and the Invoker has just hit all the main targets needed. Oh my goodness gracious, BB, the Moonlight Shadow already activated to keep the team alive for Searena. But so far, it's looking quite disastrous here for Team Searena as the Rax goes down on the top and the bottom lane, mid lane next on the list. Look at this, another love filled with another hate. Look at that. Look at that. Nemo, Captain Nemo might go down. Omni Slash murders everyone. Doesn't need a reverse polarity. There's the MP for space creation. Effigy destroyed. Another love is unstoppable. Someone please stop her down. Please someone stop on this monster of all men. I mean of all women. As there's another skewer. And look who's caught. It's Imperio. Down she goes. And another love says, I'm just going to whirlwind around nonchalantly without any sort of ado. Goodbye, goodness gracious, welcome to the graveyard there. Now Shiko charging it further forward. She doesn't care if she dies. She doesn't even care. She doesn't even care. She just charges in forward. Why should I care? Look at this. Tier 4 tower gonna go down. Someone please call a construction company to rebuild our base. No, it's not gonna happen. This is DOTA, where construction doesn't even happen. And look, another effigy down. Tier 4 tower next on the list. And so far, Team Searena showing no sign of surrender here. Hashtag PUSO says Team Searena as Mirana gets skewered. Oh dear. So I acknowledge the heart and the soul of Team Searena, but you know it's already over to begin with. Poor laning, poor execution of spells. The shrine, the ancient is gonna fall down, and it does go down. The throne goes down. Artemis, decisive, absolute massacre, absolute obliteration on Team Searena. That's just game number 1 action. Game 2 action is about to begin. This is Kenzie Wonderdrift broadcasting game number 1. Don't go away, we'll be back.